Power on. All systems ready. Initiate groove sequence. Now.
It's the Liquid Radio Show After Dark, with your hosts, Tommy on bass, and Domika.
Yeah, 5,
4, 3,
2,
and 1.
It's the Liquid Radio Show After Dark with your host, Tommy on bass, and...
Domika from, hey, you know who? Domika's Kitchen.
Which one?
Domika's Kitchen. Mrs.
Because
Domika's
I'm here
Kitchen.
to tell you that there is one and only. I like your outfit tonight. You're looking really, really spiffy there.
I bet you like it.
I bet you're gonna wear it again for me on the next show.
Oh, yeah.
I like the way it looks. Liquid Radio Show After
You like
Dark.
the top or the bottom?
I like the top and the bottom.
Okay.
Liquid Radio Show is brought to you in part by the only band that matters, the Groove Coalition, coming to a venue near you. Liquid Radio Show is also brought to you by Domika's Kitchen, satisfying your sweet tooth one sweet treat at a time. Be on the lookout. We'll be at Art Walk not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. Come see us, get some sweet treats, all right? The Liquid Radio Show is also brought to you in part by Iconic Eyelash, more than meets the eye. Hey, Mika.
Yes, Tommy?
You want to be a marine biologist?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be one.
Well, I tell you what, you're going to need 3 things. You're going to need some red lips.
I got some Ruby Woo.
Okay. You're going to need some banging hips. And I'm here to...
Oh, yeah. I think I got that.
Yeah. And you're going to need some supersonic iconic eyelashes.
I can do that, too.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Just text Mika at
904-962-3228.
and you can get your eyelashes sent to you, and you will be pleased.
Yes.
All right, Mika, what we doing today? I already know what we're doing, but I want to know if you know what we're doing today.
Oh, I know what we're doing today.
What we doing?
But guess what? I couldn't do today
What you couldn't do?
because of my pinched nerve.
What you couldn't do?
My melanin night market in St. Augustine.
Don't worry. We'll be all right. Do you think that pinched nerve may have something to do with the tumble you took, maybe?
With the what?
The fall? Maybe?
Never thought about that. It could be as a result.
A
side effect.
Yeah. Never thought about that until just now. Yeah, Mika took a spill, and she's dealing with some long-term...
Oh my God.
Well, let's just say short. We're not going to claim long-term. We're going to say short-term effects of it. But she's looking good. She a bitch fell. But guess what though?
We're gonna get it together.
You fell with style and grace.
Like a what? A lady, a princess?
Like a princess. Your fingers are spread.
Oh boy, that's why my wrist jacked up.
And guess what? When you hit the ground, you made a nice dainty sound. It was like, ooh. It was like, it wasn't even though you fell pretty hard.
Oh my God.
The sound that came out of you was really sexy. It was like, ooh.
I was probably like, ooh, I cannot believe I just fell.
Yeah.
I know somebody saw me.
Nobody saw you.
Yes.
No one saw you. If someone had seen you, we'd know by now. We'd know by now. But I'm glad you're okay. I love you.
I love you too, baby.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to get back into narcissism talk. We're going to talk to our chief narcissism officer, Dana Lewis. She's going to give us some info about...
More info, yes.
Yeah, and we're going to talk specifically about some things. We were kind of all over the place last time. But now we're going to be more laser focused on the types of narcissists that we want to deal with.
That we don't want to deal with, but to be on the lookout for. So hold tight. We're going to go ahead and get her chimed in.
We're going to get her chimed in. Did I tell you I love you?
Oh, yeah. Did I tell you I loved you?
Yeah.
Mr. Bridgewater?
You tell me all the time.
I know. You're my baby. Nice. I love you. I love you.
I love you. I love you. Let's see if we can get her to answer this phone.
I was just about to call you. I'm trying to switch my headset. Give me a second.
Okay. No worries. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on.
Did you hang up?
I think, yeah.
Yes, she did.
She tried, probably in the midst of changing her headset.
In the midst of changing headset, she hung up.
No worries, we're going to get her right back on.
Or she's dissing us.
Nah. Oh, no, I don't think so.
I don't play them games. You diss me one time. No, I'm just playing.
And thank you for those who have who chimed in and and discussed or just kind of gave some feedback on their interactions with narcissists.
Yeah, we thank you because your info helps. Hey, Dana.
Did you hang up?
Nope, I think you did. I think you hit the wrong button when you was putting your headset
apparently on. I did, because I was just trying to switch my headset. I didn't want the one I had on to go out while we were talking.
So how you doing?
I'm good. Look, going through some stuff with these people and they narcissists. And
yeah.
Hey, we get it.
You, Dana, if I could say this, you probably need to go ahead and get some type of license.
No, I don't.
Yeah, life coach license.
I've done my due diligence.
Yeah, so we need to. Now, the last time we spoke, we were all over the place, and we say what?
We was all over the place.
Yeah, and then I said to myself,
it was so exciting.
It was exciting, but you said, "Hey, we need to be more laser focused and to help these people with direct information that they can use." So today, and I would like to do this monthly. Today, I would like to talk about the types of narcissists. Is that something we can do?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Because first of all, I think a lot of people use the terms and things interchangeably with different things, and I think they really do need to understand what it means, how to spot the characteristics, things like that, and then, maybe later on we can get into some other things. But yeah, you need to know what they are first.
Right. So what are the types? How many how many types are there?
So there are actually 5, but 2 are a subset.
Okay.
So there's a covert narcissist.
Okay.
No, let me do overt first.
Okay.
Okay. Overt, that's the person you can tell like right away they're a narcissist. Mm-hmm. They don't try to hide it. When they walk in the room, they want all eyes on them. It's all about them, because basically a narcissist, everything is about them anyway and their ego.
Yes.
So the overt one, though, they're like more grandiose about it. Like, they might brag a lot. When they walk in, they might be loud. They might, talk a lot or whatever. So, you can just feel it. You can, what I'm saying? You'll see it.
Right.
They're going to feel grandiose, because that's one of the characteristics of narcissism anyway. So they feel like they're, entitled.
Right.
To whatever.
And better than everybody else in the room.
Right. Feel like they're better than everybody else. That's just what a narcissist is, period. But the difference is, like I said, the overt, they're more arrogant. Like you can just see it on them.
Yeah.
They're and they do seek a lot of attention, and they do feel like they're entitled. And like I said, they're preoccupied with things like, getting rich and power, because that's what they want. They want to have power over everyone.
Right.
But you can literally see it on these people. Like I had a couple of people, and I was telling somebody, one of them was overt and one of them was covert. And so somebody said, I knew it was something. I felt like they were 2 sides of the same coin, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Well, that's what it was. Right. One of them were overt. The overt one, it was like, oh my God, it's almost like you can't stand them because they're so braggadocious and, grandiose. So, you tend to look at them and be like, oh yeah, that's what they are.
Right.
But probably the one that's the scariest, and the one that literally hits us all, would be covert.
Right.
And so there are 2 subsets of covert. And we all have probably, and I can say I've had 3 narcissists that I know of. I probably had them all, to be honest with you. I probably had one of each. And so the covert one is the one that's the scariest, because those are the ones that literally hide. And by the time you find out, they've pretty much crushed your insides.
Right.
Like they pretty much destroyed you on the inside.
I believe that's all of the ones I think all of mine were covert, and it's funny, and I always used to say this about con men too. I said, how can you tell a good con man? Well, you don't until you've been conned. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can't if they're good at it, you'll never know it until the con is over.
Absolutely.
So
and that's what kind of takes us to, the basis behind narcissists anyway is they have a need for admiration. That's where the power comes in.
Right.
Because they need to feel important. And they do feel like they're better than everybody else. Doesn't mean they think they're prettier than you. Doesn't mean that they think they're finer than you. They're better than you.
Right. Just in every
they're all
way.
in a different class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. So like somebody was like, well, dang, why would that person be jealous of you? They look like this. It don't have anything to do with that.
Right.
It don't have anything to do with that.
Right.
They don't care about they don't care about looks. They don't care about any. They just want to. They just in their mind they're better than you, and they need you to know that they're better than you, and they need you to treat them like they're better than you.
Wow. And
because if not,
and what my question is, we still have been wrestling with what causes a narcissist, what makes a person a narcissist. Does something trigger that in a person to make them become a covert or an overt, or is it just something that kind of morphs into itself?
Well, something triggers it, but it does morph. Mm-hmm. Now, let me just say that it certainly does morph because it starts in childhood, and so it can be a couple of different things that does it. Like, let's say a girl gets molested, and so as she grows, she learns to use that situation to manipulate others. For what she needs and wants, whether it be sympathy, money, position, whatever. She learns it because as a child, as she's growing, everybody in her family is probably treating her with kid gloves, and she learned to lie, and as she continues to lie, she learns to see the signs of whether you believe it or not. I was talking to this one little young girl, and I know she was one. Oh my God. And I literally tried to tell her family, but they didn't want to hear it. And so what I was telling them was, children, when they grow older and they see, as they start growing and they see that the parents don't speak and they've had that type of trauma in their lives, they learn to lie and manipulate. One, because they know y'all not going to ask each other any questions anyway, because y'all don't like each other. So they're going to play on the both of you anyway. And that's what I saw this girl doing.
Right.
And sure enough, if I brought it up to either parent or family member, they would all say the same thing. Well, yeah, her mama this, or yeah, well, her daddy this, that, whatever. But y'all not talking to each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Until in my trying to help her, she lied on me.
Wow.
So I had a different approach about it because I believe in clear communication clears up any misunderstanding.
Right.
And so I asked her, and you know what her response was?
What?
Well, how did that come up? Because you're not used to anybody questioning anything. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're not used to anybody questioning anything.
Right.
You never said I didn't say it. Nothing.
I'm getting
chills. My response was because grown folks talk.
Yeah.
Adults have conversations.
I'm getting chills. Just listening to it because it sounds like a page out of my life right now. So covert, overt. You said there were three. You said okay.
The other one is well. The two. Let me tell you what the two subsets of covert is. So there's the antagonistic, and then there's the communal.
Ooh, wow.
And so the difference between the two, keep in mind, they're still narcissists. They just have a couple of separate traits that separate them. So the antagonistic covert narcissist, is they're more focused on rivaling you. So let's say you're in a really good position. They're going to try to outdo that position. And so what happens is, what people don't realize is, your narcissist really is kind of like sleeping with the enemy. That's really what it is. It's kind of like sleeping with the enemy, because they're trying to make sure you don't outdo them. So they'll compete with you in everything. You will have competition. They love to argue, and they're gonna disagree with almost everything you say or do, because they want to be right
all the time.
And they're gonna certainly take advantage of you. And like I tell people all the time, narcissists don't necessarily when they're love bombing you, it's based on what, and I'm talking about love bombing in a hard way, and we know how hard love bombing can come at you. They're love bombing you based on what their need is of you.
Right.
And it's not the same thing with everybody. That's why you can't really tell anybody you've experienced a narcissist, because if they haven't experienced it, they don't understand it. So that's what the antagonist is. They're going to be competing with you, and you're almost like a rival to them. Right. Even though you're supposed to be on the same team,
right?
It's not like that. And so the communal, they will describe themselves as being empathetic or nice and generous, but they're really not.
Right.
They'll talk about things that are moral and stuff like that, but then you'll see that the way they act and carry themselves is to the contrary to what they're actually saying. Wow. But it's more community focused and moral focused.
Wow. It's funny because I think, and like I said, I'm not an expert, and I've just had these experiences. Can a person actually be both? Like communal and antagonistic?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's gotta be so destructive. That's gotta be the most destructive thing you ever could experience in a relationship. Somebody who pretends to be or pretends to be what you want as an empath, because we know empaths always attract we always attract narcissists. And they mirror your behavior and your sweetness and your giving nature in order to suck you in. And then once they got you, they become, I should have won that award, or I don't see why. I don't see why they always winning, and I'm over here. I'm doing just the same thing. Well, I'm gonna win, And then you sit back and listen to this. It's like, can you be happy for somebody else? Just be happy that they won.
Well, this is my thing, and if I'm your partner, why can't you just be happy for me?
Exactly. Exactly.
Why can't you just be happy for me? And they'll be, before you realize it, they will have gone to different people dropping, little nuggets about you and all kinds of different things, and you won't know it until the bomb drops, and when it's all over, then you'll find out, they've been doing all this behind your back.
Yeah.
But let me just say this. The last one is the malignant narcissist.
Okay.
They are more vindictive.
Oh boy.
They get real enjoyment about from causing pain to other people.
Oh boy.
They're a lot more aggressive. They'll probably have a lot more paranoia, because they know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
And so their thought process is always whether, somebody will figure them out or not. Right. And so, but they're more vindictive. And that's like a step before becoming a sociopath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Right. The malignant.
Right.
Malignant is the ones that are scary. And again, I think I've dealt with. I think I've dealt with all of those at one point in my life. And the question is for all of us, and especially me, and especially Mika, what is the remedy for you as a empathetic person, as someone who's caught in this doggone spider web? What is
caught in a club that we didn't even ask to be a member of?
I know, here we are in this stupid club, and we getting just jammed up. What's your advice to a 25-year-old woman that's with a 30-year-old man that's a narcissist? What is your? Because that is
they come in. They come in all ages, so that don't even matter.
Right.
Male or
but
female.
what I will say is, and trust me, I've talked to my kids about them. Oh, they all know, and so that's one of the reasons my son is 36, no kids and no wife. But at the end of the day, this is what I tell people. Don't get married too quick. Get to know the person in and out. You need time. All those people that's trying to jump and get married really quick, you don't know who you're married to. That's why a lot of marriages, don't last. Or you end up being in a miserably long marriage because you don't want people to know you made a mistake.
Right.
You got to get to know that person. You need to get to know. Look, you need to know if they're gonna cuss everybody out on having road rage. You gonna know. You need to know everything. And what you don't do ever is don't tell the next person that you get with about your past relationship, because now you lucked up because you bumped into another empath.
Yes.
But you don't tell the person because you don't know if they are narcissists too. See, that's where my problem came in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's how I've had 3.
Right.
And it took me the third one to realize, okay, you know what? You can't do that. Because I told them like, oh my God, like this is what's going on. But I thought like, you know what I'm saying? I had the delusion that it meant something. So
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is what happened. This is what happened. Da, da, da. Oh my God, they're getting on my nerves. Da, da, da. So I kid you not. It wasn't long after that. They were doing the exact same things. And when I say the exact same things, all of them. All of them.
Because they knew what your pressure point was. They knew
my triggers were
because you told
them. Yep.
I already told them.
Yeah.
And so in that case, I tell people just go into a new relationship with your eyes open, your ears open, and feel it out.
And that hard though.
And don't tell a person what you're looking for. Even if you don't tell them about your past relationship, but don't tell them what you're looking for.
Right.
Because they're going to be all those things for at least 6 months.
At least 6 months. Yeah.
Sending their best representative,
they're gonna send a best person.
Right. So if you tell them, so I give you an example. So like I said, I've always talked to my kids about it. So my son was talking to this girl, and he asked her, I think he asked her what was she looking for, maybe something along those lines. And she was like, I'm not going to tell you. She was like, because you're going to be all those things. Ooh. And he laughed because he was like, you know what? That's the same thing my mama tell my sister, so I ain't even mad at you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, because they're going to be all those things. They're going to mirror. That's what it is. They're going to mirror everything. You might like NFL, and they might like kickboxing. But I promise you for 6 months, they're going to be watching the game with you.
Yep. Oh, God.
I don't watch no games.
Me could be like, I don't know what's going on. She say, okay, let me know
what you want me to fix you to eat.
I'll fix you something to eat, but that ain't my thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. If it ain't your thing, don't let it be your thing. Right. But I'm just saying, that's what narcissists do though. Yep. Like my husband loves golf. I kid you not. He plays golf. Oh, you would think he is Tiger Woods. He plays so much golf. And he done dislocated his shoulder playing golf.
Oh, boy.
I don't like golf.
I'll drive the car. But I don't.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. So his friends was like, oh, you need to come out there with us. I'm not going to be walking around out there in the hot sun.
Nope.
Hit no little ball, and I don't know where it's going, and then I got to go get it.
Too much for me.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we cool. Oh, yeah. But we cool with that. Now we all watch football and basketball, NFL and NBA, but we cool with that. But a narcissist would be like, "Oh, I'm coming out there with you. I'm going." And then as soon as you break up with them, or y'all ain't friends no more, or whatever the relationship was, they don't like none of that stuff no more.
Yep.
Mm.
And they gonna swear you was holding them back because you had them doing the stuff you was doing.
So let me ask you this, and this is another question, and this could be like the pre questionnaire, the teaser for next time we talk. Okay. The next time we talk, how do you know if you're a narcissist? Because
you're not gonna ask yourself if you're a narcissist. Trust. Really? A narcissist does not sit and say, "Yeah," but that's what I'm saying. That's how you know you're not one.
Yeah, like, I can't.
If you a narcissist is not going to question whether they're a narcissist. As a matter of fact, they don't get mad when you call them one.
What you talk? Yep.
And then what they're going to do is they're going to try to flip it on you and tell you that you're one.
Wow. My narcissist, actually, I called her a narcissist. And you know what her response was?
What?
Who taught you that word?
Whoa.
Man, because you ain't smart enough to know that on your own, but okay.
Who taught you that?
Because they're the smartest, right?
Which one of your girlfriends done taught you that?
Yeah, because they're the smartest. So you're not supposed to know what that is.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened with me, because and I've been wanting to tell this anyway. I ain't told nobody this, but listen.
I love
this is how fake.
Come on.
They can be. And I'm telling you this. And like I said, I've had more than one narcissist. But this one, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yes.
When I tell you, they kissed me with such passion. I mean, like, you would have thought it was in the movies. Like, it was eyes closed. I'm talking about feeling it.
Right.
And then they stopped. And you know what they said after they stopped?
What?
I could do this all day, every day, and feel nothing.
Wow. Actor.
Yep.
An actor. I can do this all day and every. And see, that kind of reminds me. That kind of makes me think about.
That's deep.
This whole Jonathan Majors situation. Okay, I don't know if you heard. He got arrested over the weekend.
Yep.
Now they're saying he's a sociopath. Now everybody's coming out of the woodwork saying what an awful guy this is,
vicious and cruel,
and how cruel and how vicious and narcissistic was thrown around. And I'm like, so why y'all just telling everybody now? You know.
Well, now let me tell you what I read, and let me just say this: when it comes to telling on a narcissist, that ain't the easiest thing to do, because nobody's gonna believe you
because they're great. Because they're awesome. And so
what happens is now they're coming out because there's a victim who has now since then recanted her story, but there's a victim. That's why you see, like, when Harvey Weinstein and all of them were arrested and had to go to court, one person came out. Then all these people in all these different states, you know, this what he did to me. This what he did to me. Because somebody has to be the victim first. Because otherwise, those other people, they're not going to be believed.
Yep.
Listen, a narcissist plants the best, and keep in mind, celebrities have publicists. So that's their job, to put out a great persona of that person. So the public wasn't going to believe it anyway. But when it comes to a narcissist, you have to understand that whatever they're doing with you behind closed doors, that's not what other people see.
Nope.
That's not the conversation that they're having with other people. So you can't just tell on a narcissist.
Right.
You know, because everybody going to think you lying, because you got to remember, they've been talking about you behind your back all this time. You just didn't know it.
Right.
They've been laying the groundwork all this time.
And don't forget, you've been love bombed.
So
now you're trying to figure out, is this really what I think it is?
Right, right. And you're thinking, I want the person back that was love bombing me. No, you don't. That was the real person. But here's the other thing. I think I sent this to you, Tommy. There was this lady that was online, and she was the fourth wife. And I kid you not. I helped this lady, and I felt really good about it too. When she came in my inbox, like, she was like, thank you, whatever. Because everybody was like all over her, and they was just tearing her up. Because her husband, and keep in mind, she was the fourth wife. Her husband, she asked him for a divorce. She said after she found out She didn't say it was a narcissist, but the things she was describing, I already knew what it was. And so he had been like amazing in the beginning. Amazing. Told her, oh, I don't want you paying no bills, none of that. I got all of this, and until they got evicted out their house, so and foreclosed on. And she said they were living in a like a truck stop or something because she was too embarrassed to tell anybody because she had been bragging about this great man she had. So she said she stayed with him, kept asking for a divorce, stayed with him, because she was like, I just kept seeing all these different signs. So anyway, so they had agreed, like both of them agreed, okay, yeah, we'll just get a divorce. We'll just divide everything up and we'll do this, do that. And she said he was just fine with that. And then one day he came to get his clothes. He took the car that had both their names on it and moved to another state. Now, mind you, her name is on the car.
Wow.
The people want the car back or they want a payment. He told her he was going to make the payment, but he wasn't making the payment. And now you're in another state, so they can't get the car back. So now her credit was dropping because she was like, I had A1 credit before I met him. And so people were on her like, oh, you just want that man back. She was like, I don't want the man. I just want him to either turn the car in or make the payment so that my credit, won't continue to drop. So she crying and she just carrying on. And so one of his friends got in the comments and said, oh, I talked to him. She ain't getting that car back. And so I'm telling him, I said, do you realize you're acting like one of his flying monkeys? Because that shouldn't be humorous.
Right.
Yeah, that's not.
If he has literally gone on with another woman. Now, you ain't even divorced yet and you have proposed to this other woman. That'll be wife number 5. And so, what I told her was, this is what I said. I said, listen, take all these videos down because you are feeding his ego.
Yep.
He's doing all of this to get this reaction out of you so that he can tell everybody you were the crazy one.
Yep.
And that's why he had to leave you. And I said, there ain't nothing you're going to be able to tell wife number 5 because right now she's being love bombed just like you were. And every lie he told you, he's telling her the same one. And now he's telling her, see, I told you she was crazy. She just want me back. She just mad because I done moved on, whatever. I said, the friend said you're not getting the car back. If the car is the only thing you want, please stop feeding his ego. Keep it moving. Even if he don't pay the car note, your credit score ain't gonna drop by so much anyway.
Right.
Once it get to a certain point, it's just gonna stop dropping. And then you just do other things. So I said, but don't feed his ego because that's what narcissists want. If you don't respond, then he has no way of telling people, see, I told you she was crazy. See, she just want me back. She don't want no car, da, da, da. I never forget, all the blogs were talking about the lady.
Yeah.
And then she came back and she did another video and she said, I'm taking it all down. She said, because somebody just talked to me. She called my name, but she came in my inbox and told me that she wanted to let me know that she was thanking me. And she said, somebody just talked to me and told me, I'm not going to get the car back, so I can't worry about the car no more. She said, I'm going to go on with my life. I'm going to do what I got to do. I understand now exactly who he is. Mm-hmm. And my life goes on. And when she got in my inbox, she thanked me. Because everybody else was still telling her, oh, you just want that man back.
Yeah. It is liberating once you realize what you have and what you're dealing with, and then you realize that if I can just cut this cancer out.
Absolutely. But it's so hard, though. The longer you've been with the person, the harder it is.
Yeah. And let there be kids involved. It's like, oh God. Jesus. So, you cut it out, and you all you can do is just say, wow, how could I be so blind, so used? But you
asked that, but honestly, anybody can be taken advantage of by a narcissist. That was my thing too, because I'm like, I always thought I was super smart. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I always thought things through. I always, dotted my I's, crossed my T's. I was, I don't know. I just felt like I always thought things through before I made decisions.
Yeah.
But as I kept reading and studying, anybody, because a narcissist can be fake for years.
Yeah.
It don't automatically start up after 6 months or whatever. They can be fake for years. As long as you're serving a purpose for them, they will be fake as long as you're serving a purpose. But when that purpose is, you no longer serve that purpose, that's when they start to show their true colors.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, you have given us, once again, an amazing show. We talked about 30 minutes. That's a lot less than we talked the last time. And you know what? It is. Yeah, I mean, we went almost an hour last time, but this time, we did good. We get better. So you will be back on our show, Narcissist Talk. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a theme song just for narcissism to be played in the background while we play, and I think it'll be perfect. Dana, thank you so much for spending the evening with us a little bit. Thank you,
you're welcome.
Thank you. And we still are looking forward to posting your realty business on our site so people can know how to get to you and get them a house. And you could help them.
I would certainly do that.
All right.
I would certainly do that. And let me just say this. So hopefully the next time we can get into flying monkeys, gaslighting, more on mirroring, and the different phases that you go through with a narcissist.
Yeah. That gaslighting gonna be something else.
The gaslighting is.
Oh yes.
That is.
Yeah, because people they don't know how to use that word, and we gonna help.
Look here.
Break when you've been
gaslit, and I'm here to tell you, they will tell you that the sky is purple, and you looking at a blue sky, and then before it's over, you be like, maybe it is a little
wrong with your eyes.
You know what I mean?
You know it's purple.
It's like, okay, she says
and it's
purple.
on you if you don't see the purple, because I see it.
Yeah. Something must be wrong with you. Something must be wrong with you because you don't see that purple, all that purple.
But I'm going to tell you what I really want to make sure we get into, because this is something that so many people don't know about. Flying monkeys. And you could be a flying monkey without realizing you're one. Mm-hmm. We've got to talk about that.
Flying monkeys. All right, so flying monkeys. Hoovering, love bombing, gaslighting. That's our next show. Dana, thank you so much for hanging with us.
Definitely.
All right, thank y'all for having me.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later now.
All
right, talk to you later. Bye.
Wow. Huh?
Oh yeah.
I think we on to something with this Dana Lewis situation. She's got the info. And let me tell y'all something.
Something?
I'm going to tell him something. Don't you get cute now.
Talk to him, dog.
Because you know what's going to end up happening, right?
It ain't going down, dog.
You know what's going to end up happening.
Oh, nah, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, cute. Oh, yeah.
It's always him.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh. Pause. Then what we do?
Some champagne on my Thursday.
You drink it up. And then swallow. It's not fair. I'm gonna retire that sound.
Oh boy.
Because we do it every week and it makes me laugh. And I don't need to be laughing that hard. Because I just had a procedure.
You did have a procedure.
I'm okay. I just had a
do it hurt?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm feeling pretty good. So listen, Mika. That Dana is something else. I hope that we can be friends with her forever because she reminds us. I got flying monkeys. And I don't want to go into much detail. And I don't want to get ahead.
Hold off. Yeah, I'm going to hold off until that next episode.
We're going to hold off on the flying monkey talk. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sure I've been gaslighted.
Oh, you've been gaslit. You've been gaslit. I know I have been. How you gonna catch somebody in the act, and then they go, "You crazy? What you talking about? That ain't what you think it is. You just being silly." I'm like, okay, so what
I did this time?
What I did this time. Here I go now. He blaming stuff on me. No. I'm not crazy. And neither are you. As a matter of fact, you're quite smart. That's why you play in these games.
Yep.
Anyway, that is the narcissistic portion. All right. So that's about the end of the show, Mika.
Yeah.
We had a great weekend. We went to Gary and Lakeisha's wedding.
Yes.
Went to their wedding. It was a great service. That charcuterie board was everything.
Oh, yes.
It was
Tutti
given
Frutti?
what it should have given.
Yes.
Shout out to Tutti Frutti.
Gianna, your cake was absolutely beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yes. And if I ever get married again, which I ain't, I want to get a cake like that.
You want a cake like that?
I want a cake like that.
But we still got to really decide on what we're going to do.
Let me spank it.
About our celebration, but I say we still got to decide on what we're going to do about our celebration.
It's going to be fly. It's going to be fly. But we need to, what I'm more interested in is talking about the honeymoon. Because I really want to go to a beach where we can take all of our clothes off. And I've been saying this for years. You can all you want to. I'm going to get naked. Now, I know there's more places than Hedonism.
Oh, yeah. Isn't there a place like right down south?
Yeah, there's a bunch of clothing optional resorts down south. I won't take it all off. I'm just gonna have on two things: sunglasses
and what else?
Some flip flops.
Oh boy! Well, I'm gonna have if I choose to partake, I'll have on three things.
What you gonna have on?
Shades.
Shades.
Flip flops.
Flip flops.
And a towel.
Oh, yeah, that's close. That's good. That's good.
Nah, but shades, flip flop. I have to get me a floppy hat, Doc.
Well, then you gonna have 4 things.
No, shades, flops, and floppy hat. The floppy hat
and no towel.
Maybe some pasties and a thong.
What? Come on.
Maybe, what, a tube top? The tube top and a thong?
If I'm going to be in my birthday suit,
I don't know if they're ready for all of this, because this is a lot.
Trust me.
It's a lot, Doc.
Trust me on this.
You want all this out in the open?
Ain't nobody going to know who we are now.
Are you sure? Because everywhere we have gone, it never fails. Hey, Mika.
Ain't that Craig? Oh, shit.
I'm like,
don't he live up there on Murder Avenue? Why? What the hell?
Doc, somebody always spot me.
Yeah, he gets spotted.
Hey, Mika. And I get to looking around like,
what would you do if you're down at Hedonism, buck naked, twerking? Right?
I'm too old to be twerking.
We at the doggone beach party, naked. And then somebody walk up to you and go, "Hey, Miss Meek."
Definitely get somebody else to do it.
It could happen.
Oh, yeah, I know it could happen. That's why,
That's why we got to go to Europe, to Cap d'Agde. That's where, that's a French place.
Oh, yeah?
And we won't know nobody over there. And they won't know us. And we can walk around naked. I think it's
naked.
I think it's sexy to be a libertine. I think I'm not saying I want to be involved in any illicit activities. However, I think it's spicy. No? You don't think so?
I got some spicy for you.
That's what spank it.
So you want more spice than what you got right now?
A little bit. Can't be.
Because this is spicy. This is spicy.
Can't never be too spicy.
Oh, shit. Why is it spicy?
Oh, boy. All right, so that's it for us. The Liquid Radio Show is brought to you by Domika's Kitchen, so satisfying your sweet tooth. One sweet treat at a time. The Liquid Radio Show is also brought to you by The Groove Coalition, the only band that matters. And Liquid Radio is brought to you by Iconic Eyelash. More than meets the eye. Hey, Mika.
What's up, Tommy?
You want to be a engineer?
Yeah.
Well, you got to get yourself 3 things. You're going to have yourself some red lips.
Okay.
Some banging hips.
No problem.
And some cotton picking eyelashes. If you want some eyelashes, you hit Mika up. What's that number, Mika?
904-962-3228.
Get you some eyelashes. I'm telling you, they're going to be not expensive. They're going to be of great quality. And they're going to be from us.
Yeah. And some sweets, too.
And some sweets. Yeah. You know, if you want sweets, too, hit her up. Text her up. All kinds of cakes, pies, treats, goodies. All that good stuff. Yeah, you want it in your life. You want them in your life. She's an award-winning baker, treat maker.
Yes, she is.
Love taker. Oh, shit. I'll come up with a rap.
Oh, boy.
Okay. That's it. That's it, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. We are totally in love with you for being our followers. Whenever you go to YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow us on all your other social media outlets. Spotify, Anchor, Mixcloud. We're not on SoundCloud yet, but just keep waiting. We got that coming. And of course, like I said, YouTube, hit that subscribe button. So, Mika?
Tommy?
On behalf of the Liquid Radio Show, we would like to say good night.
Good night.